Yo, I'm Bryon Keith. Look, man, God is great. Today is your boy's 26th birthday by the grace of God. 26 years ago today at 12:45 p.m., God brought Bryon Keith into this world. And today we switching it up. Not too far from where I live. Just taking a walk, taking a breather, getting that quiet time alone with God. Have a birthday dinner later with the fam by the grace of God, but I wanted to switch it up. Being able to be in the space, in a place where it's like, yo, do something different. Do something that's out of the ordinary. Like usually at this time I would probably be at church or in the crib. At this time it's 10 o'clock. But today I said, yo, let's take a walk. Woo! Look at that right there. Look at God's creation behind me. You got the trees, you got the clouds. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you got to get to a space and a place where when you want different, you got to be willing to trust God and take different steps in order to experience different and receive different. I promise you. It's one of those things where if it's broke, fix it. And if it's not broke, don't fix it. But it's one of them things that, look, not even to turn it into a message, but it's like, yo, we want to experience different in our life. We want to truly see what it's like to step into the promised land from God. Different in our relationships. You feel me? I'm in a romantic relationship by the grace of God. Almost coming up on 2 years. So it's like being able to get to a space and a place where your life look different. Number one, you got to keep Jesus first in your life, Yahusha. You got to keep him first. You got to keep God first. And then number two, God needs to be in every aspect of your life. Romantic relationships, with you in your jobs, in your decisions, in the business, in the finances, in the steps that you're taking. I can't make the right steps if I'm not, one, aligned with God. Number two, becoming the right person. Because what I'm learning is getting into these different spaces and communities, we're getting the right information, we're reading the right people, but we have to become the right person in order to be able to reap and experience the thing that God would have us to step into. But you can't do that if you stand in the same environment, still around toxicity, and you're not willing to change and do different. If you always stay the same, what are you doing? One of the first commands that God gave Adam and Eve was what? Be fruitful and multiply. Have dominion. Fill the earth and subdue it. In order to be fruitful and multiply, you can't stay the same. Being fruitful, bearing fruit through Jesus, is literally about like, yo, being fruitful and bear is all about walking with him, talking with him, being in his word, praying. And when it comes to information and the things that we're working on and doing, it's being able to say, okay, cool, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. He's working in me and through me to will and to act in order to fulfill his good purpose. If I'm aligned with him, walking with him, led by him, and I have the right people around me, and faith without works is dead, I'm taking the actions and making the moves, life as we know it around me will start to change. But it can't change if you stay the same. So it's being able to get out of what you know and be willing to embrace the new journey, the new experiences, the new communities, the new people, the new relationships, so that you can truly become all that God has called you to be. The goal is not to be like the one in the parable of the talents who buried the gift because he was in fear and afraid. The goal is to be like the one who turned, you feel me, the 2 gifts into about 4 and the 5 into about 10. I can't remember all the numbers at the moment, but it's like one had 5, he turned that into 5 more. One had 2, turned that into 2 more. The goal is to maximize our time on earth, to maximize our life and the moments and the gifts that God has given us so that we can achieve and become all that God has called us to be. So that means being willing, new people, do new things, try new different experiences, so that when he cracked that sky, not only is our soul right with him, because he's the only way to heaven, there is no other way, but we also maximize our gifts, goals, dreams, and assignments that the Father gave us. So with that being said, I'm Bryon Keith. I'm going to continue this walk on my 26th birthday by the grace of God. And we're going to just take it in, thanking him in advance for what he has done, what he's doing, and what he's about to do. Best is ahead of you. It's not behind you. We have yet to see how good it's going to get. I'm Bryon Keith. We out. Let's get it.